of teeth and what goes with that, and what kind of personality goes with that, and what kind of personality goes with that. And then once I kind of find them and like them, like a big thing for me is like I gotta fall in love with them. And once I fall, like a family member or a friend, and once you know them really well, you don't have to worry about it. And then somebody will play you the voice, you know, play your voice reference, and you'll hear it. Like, oh, that's her. Okay. You know, like an old friend you haven't seen in a day or a year. Like, oh, that's them. And yeah, and then once they also, I never, with those two characters, I recorded them completely at different times. So I didn't record one line of one and one line of another, but I did like all the lines of one and then all the lines of the other. So yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
I have a question and a follow-up question.
Yes.
How does it feel to play the role of soy corn in Bleach? And the follow-up is, I'm one of these people who agree with this. Do you think Soy Fawn and Yoruichi make a great couple?
Oh, can I answer the follow-up question first?
Sure.
Yeah, I do. I think they're like so codependent. Don't you think they're codependent?
Yeah.
I think they're so, yeah, I do. I mean, they're like that really dysfunctional couple, but they're really, like, I think they're really, they make like a really dysfunctional, codependent couple, and I think they're really fun together, and I think one of the things that's so interesting about Soy Fun, and it was something that was hard for me to wrap my brain around, is that she changes, like she's so friggin' tough, and like, you know, and then she's so gaga over Yoruichi, and she just becomes this like bumbling, like trip over her feet, you know, like goof head, because she just wants to please Yoruichi so much. And at first it was really hard for me, because I thought, you know, when I first auditioned and I got the character, they're like, oh, she's a real tough ass, she's real, and I'm like, I mean, you look at me, I'm not really a tough ass person. So what was it like for me to do Soy Fun? I had to like really find this tough ass place in myself, because I generally like, I play the more, you know, sexy characters, that's fun, I'm comfortable. Or yeah, the little ones. But it was really cool, because you guys probably have heard about Bleach, but we've gone through so many different directors. I mean, I have been directed by so many different people. I think when I first auditioned for it, it was Michael Sorich who was directing. And then Wendy Lee was directing for a while, then Mary Elizabeth was directing. We just went through so many people. But when I worked with Wendy Lee, she was like really onto the tough chick thing. She's like, I want to make this chick really tough so that girls out there who listen can like really love this chick being tough. And I really thank Wendy Lee for that, because I get so much fan mail about Soy Fun that she's so cool and tough. And I would lean towards not making her so tough. And I like to play her kind of like a tomboy, you know. And I think it's really fun to play her tomboy. And then she just goes gaga over Yoruichi. It's so funny. So I just kind of have to let her have that other side of her personality. Yeah, does that? Yeah, I love your wig.
And I've got another one.
Yeah.
Agree or disagree? Do you dislike your own Bond comic?
My own what?
Or your Zanpakuto in the cartoon series?
I love my Zanpakuto.
Whole thing, you know that in the cartoon, in the Japan version, you said despised it.
Are you asking Soy Fun, or are you asking Karen? Oh God, I can't answer that. I don't think she does. I think she says she does, but I don't think it's true. I don't think it's true. But that's just, who am I?
Character in Bleach, I can respect.
Yeah. I'll get you guys on the phone. You, please.
Okay. This question's probably been asked a lot.
Yeah.
What did you feel at which role did you feel like you had the most fun with?
That's an awesome question.
That's okay.
No, it's a great question. It makes me cry because I have so much fun doing everything I do, and it just makes me realize how lucky I am because I have so much fun doing what I do. I had so much fun with each character for so many different reasons. I'll give you a couple though. I had an amazing time doing Nina from Monster. Has anybody seen Monster? It is my favorite anime I think I've ever done. And it's underrated and undersold and under-advertised. And it is just, it's dark and real. just loved it so much, and I love playing Nina because it's fiction, but there's just something so raw and so real and so human about her. And she's got, like, for an anime, I mean, I think most anime characters have soul, but she's just got, she just, like, I would, like, every time she would cry, or I would just be at the microphone just sobbing in tears at her pain, and the pain of, that her and her brother had to undergo, and just the metaphors for, you know, what we humans have to deal with. And so it wasn't like a ha-ha, you know, tee-hee, this is a cool party fun, but this is like, God, this is intense fun, because this is like really, really good show. You know, I get to go places with this girl, and it's creepy and scary and human, and so I had a lot of fun on that, for that reason. You know, I'm having fun on K-On! Right now, because the show is just so goofy. It's so, and like, every single line is just like goofy human. Like, I'm like, how did they come up with this? It's just so goofy. You know, Lucky Star was just silly and cute and sweet, and just so sweet, you know? Monsuno right now, our new show Monsuno, it's like an actor orgasm every time I get to work. Because I get to work with Chris Smith, Kirk Thornton, Keith Sorstein, and they are the most incredibly talented guys, and not only that, they're amazing human beings. I mean, I think in my business I'm so lucky to work with just really amazing human beings, and people who are like, not really ego-based for the most part, but like who have families, and we're just like, we just love what we do, and we all know that we're really lucky, because though not everybody gets to do what we do, and we're all kind of living gratitude. So we come in the morning for a session, like, hey, we get to play today. We're like, yeah, we get to play. We have another episode. I can't wait. I was so excited last night when I was going to sleep, because I knew I was going to see you guys. I know, me too, you know. And we're all like geeky about it. You know, and then we get the script, and I play every single female character in that show. So I play the teenager Jinja. You know, so I get to be the teenager, like, and she's like really, I mean, she's really obnoxious, and is there anybody like under 18 here? So, under 18? Can I just say one word that starts with a B, and can I say like, B, blank, I'm gonna say a word. So, just between you guys and me, in the studio, when we want her to, like, when she's not edgy enough, it's like, make her a little more gingerage. So she gets to be like, oh, Bren, you're just so clueless. You know, she gets to be that teenager who's just like rolls her eyes. And then I get to play Medea, who's like evil and sexy. And she's like, come on, little ones, come see the view from the top of the world. And then I get to play Charlemagne, who is a little bit Nazi, and she's very, very cold and tough, and she has a very, very stiff upper lip, and you know, she's like this fat butch woman, and then I get to play this evil grandmother. I am Grandmother Future. Ooh, you think I'm a nice little old lady, but I'm not. These characters are written, and I get to do them, and like I beat out all of these amazing, amazingly talented actresses for this part, and that is just, you know, and then so I'm doing, you know, Medea with the thing, and then this is really funny. Kirk Thornton always stands up, and he always moves his body. So he's like doing his characters like this, you know, and I'm sitting at my mic doing Medea like this, and you know, we're all like this, you know. You know, if we're riding on the Monsunos or something, or if we're like on a bumpy ride or something, and no, we don't like realize what we're doing this, but we're all like going like this, and you look around and you see like everybody else is going like that. And so we're all going to take really into it, and then we look around and we're just like, ah! So it's like I get to be paid to, I mean, and there's a tremendous amount of competition. I mean, I audition probably, at least literally at least 10 times a day I audition, sometimes 20, and usually I do not get the role. I mean, out of all the auditions I do, maybe I get one role out of 100, or maybe I get one role out of, I mean, and I'm including like on-camera TV, on-camera commercials, radio commercials, anime, video games, you know, I just audition. My profession is auditioning. And then maybe one out of every 100 auditions, or maybe one out of 50 auditions, I get the role. And then if I'm lucky enough that it's a role in a series, or a role in a a video game that has a long life, then I get a long-lasting job. One more thing, I'm having an amazing time right now working on the newest volume of Persona. And Igus is back. And I love Igus so much. She's a robot that wants so much to be human, and she'll never be human, but she's, in this particular one, she's really just trying hard to be human. And she tries to say all these expressions like, "It is not your cup of tea." You know, she's trying to say all these human expressions, and they're all kind of stilted. And I work with Atlas and you from Atlas and the company called PCB, Valerie and Keith Aram, who are just amazing human beings who just run their business in an amazing way and treat their actors wonderfully. And again, it's like I get to work with these amazing friends. So that's a really long-winded question, and it's actually only a tip of the iceberg answer. You're welcome.
Thanks very much.
Thanks for the question. I said I'd answer somebody over here who's, yeah.
Kind of, sort of, just the first part of my question. I'm a huge fan of your video game voice work, particularly Igus from Persona series and Gwendolyn from Open Sphere. I was just wondering, one, what's it like to voice video games versus anime? And then
Anime is dubbed. Most video games is not dubbed. There's sometimes part of some video games that's dubbed, but most video games is not dubbed, and all anime is. One. And so video games, you're literally sitting in the studio, like if you have a long session, with like a stack of papers like this, and just like 50 lines per page or whatever, and you just read line after line after line after line, and you just have to make each line come to life. And you usually have to read each line like at least 2 times, but maybe 10, you know, and they'll like say the line is, you know, and it, depending on what character, but if, you know, you're doing it in war, you know, "We're taking sniper fire, sir!" You know, so you just stand there at the mic, like, yelling. They're like, I don't know, I don't like the intonation on that. Can you try it again? Sure. "We're taking sniper fire, sir!" "Oh, I think you're emphasizing too much on sir. Could you take it off?" "Oh, yeah, of course." "We're taking sniper fire, sir!" "Oh my God, that's perfect, that's right." You're like, "I just did that the first take, but that's okay." So like a lot of video games, not Igus, but yes, actually Igus. Oh my God, I work these sessions where I yell and I yell and I yell, because video games, there's a lot of fighting, a lot of times, not all times. So there's a lot of yelling, and you really have to pace yourself on that. And I guess video games, you do have more freedom in terms of like, hey, the director's telling you how they want it, so you can't. There's a myth that we, as actors, are the final say to our characters, and we're not. You know, sometimes I'll be voicing a character, and I do not see the character that way, but the director's like, "I want the character like this." And I'm like, "God, I just see her a little higher pitched note. She needs to have a low voice, she needs to be a chest voice." I'm like, "Okay, this is what you get. You like that? Oh, perfect, Karen, perfect. Okay." So, you know, whether it's anime or video games, a lot of times, like, I'll get from fans, "Why did you do that character with that high voice?" You know, or, "God, I wish they wouldn't have picked you." I mean, not a lot of times. Fans are generally, like, really awesome. But occasionally I'll get like, you know, "Why did you do the character like that?" And I go, "Because that's how they directed me, and that's how they wanted me to do it, and that's how they cast it, and yeah, I wish it could have been like that." Hands are tied, you know? But also, we do have a lot of creativity, and sometimes we propose something, and the director's like, "Ooh, man, that's cool, I didn't think about that, do it that way." Yeah, we have a lot more freedom in some ways with video games, because we can read it however we want to. follow.